Okay, so we're live.
I think we got it.
All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today, you can see Ben right there. Ben at that Cologne guy. We're gonna be doing a little live today. So, what's up, Ben? How you been?
Pretty good. We got it done. You and I seem to be we're always tinkering. Actually, what's funny about our chats is we're always celebrating as soon as we see the live, like we actually got it done.
I know.
So kudos to you. This is your first time.
I know. First time using the StreamYard on, I guess, on my channel. It's pretty easy to set up. Um, I wish YouTube would kind of have their own thing. To
Yeah,
where you can kind of like see the comments and stuff like that. But
yeah. You can. Did you link it to your channel?
I did.
Okay, yeah. So it's not a perfect system, but at least there's something, right?
Yeah, I was like trying to figure it all out yesterday. Although I think I linked it to my channel a couple of weeks ago, to
Uh
be
huh.
honest. I just don't know how the whole thing works, if there's some kind of delay or whatever, but
Yeah, no, I'm in the same. We'll just see if any of your subscribers drop in, and then we'll find out, right?
okay.
Then we'll know. And if not, what I'll do is after this is over, just send me the link, and I'll just put that up for my episode this week. I'll just put the link in the description box, so that'll work out great.
Okay. I think we got one viewer right now. I can see the little eye mark or
Uh
whatever
huh.
over there. So yeah, so
And then did you set it up that as soon as if they say something, it'll notify you or something?
I think so. I think I have the
Cool.
comments over
Well, we'll
here.
find out. If
I
not,
know
if not, we've got plenty to talk about.
exactly. So what is your scent of the day today?
So my scent of the day, funny you should ask, is about 3 days ago. I switched to the Christmas tree in a bottle,
Okay,
Burberry London.
Burberry London for a minute.
Yeah. So I've been rocking this juice for about 3 or 4 days now, and I probably will actually until about mid January, if not longer. I really like this one a lot. Uh, other than the cheesy sweater over the bottle, which I
Yeah,
find really cringeworthy. Other than that, that's all I can come up with because the rest of it is just fantastic.
it is. How long does it last for you?
6 to 8, yeah. I get a good 6 to 8 out of this one, and I would say, really, if you put, I would say you could easily get 8 to 10, like a full 8 to 10 if you just put a little bit more, maybe even on your clothes. I don't usually spray on my shirt, but
Okay,
um, but if I wanted to even get a little bit more, I would. I mean, I'm real happy with it because it's 6 to 8, but probably closer to 8.
okay. Yeah, I always
Um,
gotta like overspray with that one, just so I could
oh,
get
do
the
you?
yeah. But on clothes, like it does last a pretty long time.
Yeah. That's the little trick I've done with this one. I find that if you put a little bit like on your collar or on your chest, on the shirt
Yeah,
itself,
yeah,
it'll pay dividends because you can pick up wafts quite a bit if
hmm
it's on your clothes. The other thing too is for some reason, and I think it's because I don't wear this except for like mid December to mid January, around there, like for the
okay,
holidays, is I, I I really do pick it up throughout the day. I mean, it actually lasts pretty well for me, and I don't know if it's just because it's kind of new on my in my brain,
mm,
or if it's if I wore it every day, maybe I wouldn't say that. But I find that it does pretty well. I'm happy with it.
okay. And so that's one that you keep like for the colder weather, like just around the holidays,
It
or
is. It is. It's one of the few that I do have where we've talked about it before. Where
yeah,
I'm more of the get up and just kind of look at the collection and see what the vibe is. But I have to say this would be an exception because I rarely, if ever, have broken this out unless it is the holidays. Now that could change though because I really do. The two Burberrys I've had actually I really like, which is London and Touch. Love
okay.
them actually, yeah. So maybe that will change because with the tobacco and cinnamon and this, man, you really can't go wrong.
No, you can't, especially with that lavender too. and then
Yeah, yeah, good point.
yeah,
I guess the only way you could go wrong would be, I mean, I don't know that I would reach for this, after a swimming pool, and in Phoenix, Arizona in July.
yeah, it's a little bit too sweet for that.
It's too sweet, a little. I think it would be a little cloying on the skin, with the tobacco
Yeah,
and cinnamon. Yeah, I wouldn't reach for it probably in hot climate, but other than that, really, really enjoy this one a lot. For to get it for what, like 30, $35 for 100 milliliter, 3.4 ounce. I mean,
it's a steal.
that's good juice. Yeah. So how about you?
Well, since early in the morning, like I just woke up like maybe like an hour ago.
Uh,
So yesterday I wore Interlude Man by Amouage, and I could still smell it. I can still smell it. So you know what? It literally I've been wearing it for like I think it's been at least 20 hours now. And I can still smell it. Like it's
so
still
it's hashtag Blue Beast.
exactly.
Because you're not talking about that Black Iris. So you're talking
Yeah,
about the original. Yeah,
the
yeah.
original.
I mean that thing. Do you have a watch on?
Uh well, my watch is actually charging.
Okay. 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 So do you spray your wrists?
No, so
Because with Interlude Man, seriously, I mean that thing will last on my wrist band.
oh
My
will
watch
it?
band. Yeah, my watch band for like, I mean, like 3 days sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't spray my wrists, just cause like, I wash my hands a lot at work and they get dirty,
Mm,
so I they get dirty all the way, like, I'd say, like, halfway up my arm, so normally what I do is I just spray the inside of my elbow.
yeah.
So then that way, like, I'm not washing it off, I'm not gonna waste it, if I'm washing
Well,
my
and
hands.
then as a West Coaster too, you probably have short sleeves most of the time, right?
Uh,
Or do
not
you?
right now, not right now, not in the
Okay.
winter. Uh,
Because one thing that I've always wondered about, and I mean I do it, but I always spray on the inside of my elbow, but then I wear a long sleeve, right? So then I'm thinking, well, I mean that's not the only place that I spray, of course, but I just
mhm.
mean sometimes I wonder whether or not if it's a long sleeve shirt, if I should even bother spraying, on the inside of my elbows.
I mean, sometimes, like if I'm wearing long sleeves, I'll just spray on the shirt, like in the crook of the elbow. Yeah,
Yeah.
unless like the projection on there is like crazy strong,
Hmm.
to where it would like seep through the shirt, and then you could
Yeah.
smell it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
So I think we've just created a new category, which is scent of the previous day.
you know what? Sometimes it's like that, especially with the strong ones.
SOPD is our new acronym. So too funny. No, I totally agree. And speaking of early, thanks again for working me in on a slightly earlier schedule for you. So I really appreciate that. It's very nice
Oh
of you.
yeah, no, that's cool. I need to start waking up early. Since I get off so late, I get off at like 12,
Uh-huh.
12 o'clock. So, I'm trying to work on, waking up, I guess, earlier. I guess that's gonna be my New
No,
Year's
I totally understand. I'm not. I'm
resolution.
not. I'm not a morning person either. So I totally get you. So that's why I know I fully understand the notion that it's a sacrifice. And then I was going to show you too my most recent purchase too. This is
Okay.
my little trophy here. I finally got
Oh, red
Mancera's
tobacco.
red tobacco. Yeah, yeah. This is my, I guess it'd be my what, second full bottle of a niche because I have Amouage Gold.
Okay.
Um, and this is my first Mancera, and I mean, absolutely love the packaging. And I started wearing this one too about a week and a half ago.
Really?
So what happened was,
Okay.
I had a backup sample and I gave it to a friend, and I for the Mancera set, right?
Okay.
I gave it to him and I told him, I said, be honest, if it's not your thing, just give it back. I'll find you other things, right?
Yeah.
I just, always, just let me know what you really think. And sure enough, he actually did not care for the Mancera house.
Okay. All
He's,
right.
I mean, he's not necessarily a frag head, so I just gave it because it was a backup, and I thought, just try a couple, and see if you like them, and he didn't, so he gave me back the set, and I wore it again, And then I was thinking, I keep thinking about it. I keep dreaming about it. So
You
yeah, it was
dream
time.
about them too,
Yes, I do. In fact, I got to tell you, if I ever do like a favorite, like a top 5 favorite house, which is something I'm trying to work in. If
Okay.
I ever do one of those, I have to say it's going to be hard for me to keep, Mancera and MFK out of the top. Well, really out of the top spot, but they're going to have to make it in my top 5. I really enjoy those houses. I get that they're not the most daring, especially with the MFK, but
Yeah.
it's not really a daring house, but it's just one that just smells sublime. So
Yeah.
I would have to say both those houses would crack my top 5.
For top 5 niche
Well,
or
I'll
just
just
top 5 in
no,
general?
yeah, I was going to say I'll just ask you. Do you think so I could either do a top 5 niche, top 5 designer in 2
Okay.
different weeks, or I could do a top 10 and just say, let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah. Uh,
Especially when you get into things like, Hermes. Like, what do you do with some of those kind of mid-level houses, right? At least for me, like if you just go by pricing, something like Hermes would probably be niche,
yeah.
but yet they're not, they don't just do fragrance, right? They do a lot of, well, tons of stuff,
Yeah.
specializing in leather, of course. And so it's kind of weird to call Hermes a designer house, but
Yeah.
yet if you look at if you consider the definition of niche, like they really only focus on fragrance,
Yeah.
like Creed or something, it's really not a niche either. So it's kind of in the middle. So I'll probably end up doing a top 10.
Okay. Yeah, I got a hold on. I think I got a question here, or I got
Whoa.
a comment. My bad. Hunter, I don't know if you're still watching this, man, but he says good morning.
Okay.
Today is Zerzhov Alexandria the second. That's what's up. I haven't smelled that one.
Zherzhov.
Yeah.
I have, I like their cool bottles.
Yeah,
Um,
the little like
uh-huh.
their shape, they have some kind of like I don't know, it looks like a beak to me, like on the oh
Yeah, it does. And or like I feel like it's like an award,
yeah.
uh,
So
a
he says
trophy.
he's still here.
Okay,
So
he's still here.
hey, what's
I
up?
have never tried a Zherzhov. Have you?
I have tried the Zerzhov and I wasn't that impressed. I forget. I think it was called a rich list, not rich list, but something rich or something like that. And
Sure.
it just wasn't. It didn't hit. But I got a one of my newest pickups, I guess you could say, is a Zerzhov's Ivory Route, and I just got that in the mail yesterday.
Or okay, so that's your most recent purchase then.
Yeah, that's my most recent
I mean,
purchase.
that is within the last 24 hours. Dang.
I know, I know.
Have you done an unboxing yet?
No, I'm gonna do that soon. If once we get off the live, if I have time, then maybe I'll film it. But probably I'll probably film that video tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
I
Uh-huh.
haven't even. It was a blind buy. I haven't smelled it yet, but one of my subscribers, Brian, Brian Ryan,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, dude, you gotta get it, you gotta get it, you
Yeah,
gotta
it's
get
fun
it.
when somebody.
Yeah, and so I finally picked it up, and Hunter said Richwood. Yeah, it was the Richwood. It was Zerzhov Richwood.
Okay, well, let me know how it is.
Oh, I will. And then when if I get to send you, well, when I get to send you some packages, then I'll send you a sample of it.
Dang. He's no longer saying if, he's now saying when.
Well, yeah, because
That's cool. Well, that's awesome. I really appreciate it. You've insisted a few times, so we'll have to do it then. That's nice of you. I appreciate that.
yeah. So I got to, because I know there's probably some stuff you haven't tried. I really want you to try it because I know. Because well, let's talk about your channel too.
Okay.
So what's going on with that? Because I know you said you had some news about that, and you had already mentioned it, but for anybody else like who doesn't know,
Sure, sure. Yeah. So, on the 200th episode, I celebrated, well, a lot of, actually a lot of milestones, because one of them I didn't even notice was like, I think it was it, I went over 5,000 total hours. I think it was. I'm creeping up to 100,000 views. That'll probably be in a couple months,
okay,
though. And, went over I finally made it over the 1,000 subscriber mark.
okay,
So that was really cool to see the 1K,
1K mark,
1K mark. And then so in that episode, I gave a lot of shout outs, and I sent people to your channel, of course, and the
mhm,
description. Put a lot of people over the years who have reached out, like you, and who have. We've done collabs and just live streams like this, and then I also said that, yeah, I'll probably hang up my skates in March.
okay,
So in March of 23. In one reason, I'll just tell you, just because, how many people will see this, but I'm going to have fun. I'm pretty sure March 31st. It's not on my calendar, but I know that it is a
okay,
Friday. So what I chose March only because what I'd like to do is, I'll end the channel. I'll keep it open, but I just won't do any more episodes.
okay,
And then what I'll do is on the 31st, I'll probably release something real late, as close to April 1st as I can. So I'm gonna end on a bonus, like a skit, like a joke,
okay,
have a little fun for April Fool's Day. So that's the reason why it was end of March. I just couldn't resist doing that. So.
okay. I'm looking forward to that video.
Yeah, my for my Patreon viewers only, I can just say that, the tentative plan is that my daughter is gonna. So so my daughter had a channel, on YouTube. Right,
Okay,
she had one. It was called That Music Girl, and that's why I chose That Cologne Guy.
okay,
So we worked together for a long time, and then, like I've joked with you before about this, but she said she grew out of it, so I'm not really sure where that leaves me. um, but anyway, she changed her channel name, but kept going for a little bit longer, and then, yeah, it just kind of ran its course, right?
okay,
On her end, and then I kept going. So she's gonna come back into the fray, and at the end of March. And so the tentative plan now is that she's going to be kind of interviewing me,
mhm,
and I'll like I said, I'll just tell you now in case. So I'm a huge fan of the original version of The Office.
okay,
So
yeah,
you probably know the American version, obviously, because
yeah. I know both. I haven't watched a lot of the British.
okay, so you do know both. All right, all right.
Yeah,
So I think it was like '01 to '03 or 4. Now that I think about it, it's been a long time,
okay,
which is a little hard to believe. But and then of course he's kept it over. But I mean, like the first two, they only had 2 seasons. And anyway, I'm a huge fan of that one. So we're gonna kind of do a play on that
okay,
show, yeah, for the April Fool's finale,
yeah,
as it were. What I thought it would be good. I thought it would be good, instead of kind of drifting off and kind of doing, getting down to like once a month. And I just thought it'd be good to say, let's put a stamp on it.
okay, okay. I got a funny idea for April Fools for this channel.
For mine or yours.
For my,
Okay, let's hear it. Or are you going to hold off?
I'm gonna hold off. It's a surprise.
Yeah. All right. All right.
No,
All
I
right. All
meant
right.
to do it. I meant to do it
Yeah.
last April Fools, but like I just couldn't get it in time. So,
Actually, the same thing happened to me. That's funny that you should say that. The same thing happened to me, because when I thought about doing this upcoming April Fools, I was
mhm,
thinking to myself, ha- didn't I do one before? Because now that I'm in the final months of this, I really thought to myself, I'm trying to find. I think I've reviewed all 4 seasons. I think I've done Father's Day. I've done a lot of the themes, right, that people choose.
mhm,
And April Fool's Day is not one of them yet. So I'll have to change that.
okay.
speaking of change, did our titles just change? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I changed them because they were kind of too big. I'm still, trying
Yeah.
to work all the fine details.
Logistics out. Well, you're doing great. So no hiccups at all.
No, not yet. Hunter said he wore Xerox Starlight on Thanksgiving, and it's a cardamom nutty ambery masterpiece and second behind Naxos, in my honest opinion. So you've never tried Naxos, have you?
No,
Nah, me either.
no, but
And
I'm checking out the Starlight. When it comes to the niche companies, what I have to do
mhm,
is I have to get the samplers, and it's just
yep.
it's too much. Well, I don't do blind buys. I rarely do blind buys anyway,
Okay.
and I certainly don't do them unless I've got the recommendation of someone else. Um, or obviously I've smelt it on somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it comes to the niche ones, I really need to sample them first because
Yeah, that's a lot of money, especially if you don't know exactly what you're getting yourself into.
yeah, that's a lot of money to put out there. And then if then you're stuck with the bottle, but then again, so many people just swap and things like that.
Yeah, or they decant them out, or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that's
good point.
another. I guess that's another thing you could do, but it's kind of hard because then the prices change on the different ml sizes, and
Uh-huh.
they're kind of like, I don't know. I look at it as like gold, so
Yeah,
like certain fragrances go up and down in price depending
yeah,
on what time and availability.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
we
You're
got
not
another
lying there.
question. Lanny Robertson says, "Good morning, guys and frag enthusiasts. Bulgari wood neroli is a good alternative for Tom Ford Oud wood, much fresher. Also,
Okay.
time of the day." So
So my last episode, last week, I compared. So a subscriber had reached out and wanted me to talk a little bit more about Neroli versus Orange Blossom.
okay,
So I talked a little bit about that, I'm more on the Neroli side in the sense that I'm a huge Neroli fan, but I have not smelled Bulgari wood Neroli. So maybe Lanny can. Obviously, it's the scent of the day, but that doesn't mean he necessarily likes it. I'm assuming he does, but tell us why. That'd be great.
yeah, I've never smelled wood neroli either. I'm not a big fan of neroli.
You're not okay.
No.
Okay. So what's interesting about Bulgaria, the house, is it's really like it started very hot, and then I went through like 3 or 4 bottles that I purchased, and you could not smell anything, and I just kind of gave up on them, and then they really came back into the fold for me with Man in Black. Um,
Okay.
so since like the last 10 years, actually, they've just been on fire, really. And I've also got Aqua Amara, which I
Yeah.
really, really like. I think it was Target, might have been Walmart. I'm pretty sure it was Target, but a guy texted me a couple years ago, and it was sort of been about 3 years ago now because it was before the pandemic. He texted and said, "Just so you know, I just picked up. I don't know if it's a mistake, but I just picked it up for like $18 on."
Oh,
So I checked for 100 milliliter 3.4 ounce, and sure enough, it was it
18 bucks.
was cheaper than $20. I was like,
Oh,
I can't turn that down. So
that's a
uh,
steal.
that was a steal and a half. I really like that one a lot. And then, did you ever have? Because I think it almost seems like everyone has at some point in time had Bulgari Aqua or one of the flankers.
Yeah, so I actually have the whole line.
Dang.
Except for the tonics. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure, sure.
So I have
Wow.
Amara. Amara, honestly, the opening is really nice, but then the neroli is just too much.
So you and I are just flipped then. Yep, that's funny. You and I are just flipped because for me it's the I don't know if I want to use the word synthetic, but I don't know, just kind of it just kind of smacks me in the face
Does
in the
it?
first 20 to 30 minutes. So for me personally, it's a perfect fragrance to wear, in the sense that by the time I get to either my work or go out, that's about right when I'm starting to settle in because I love the neroli. So that's funny.
Yeah, it's just like I love the tangerine kind
Uh,
of
yeah.
note up top, and then it's just straight neroli, and it lasts forever too.
It does. It absolutely does. And in fact, for me, that was a pleasant surprise because one fragrance I still to this day absolutely adore. It's just it did not do anything for me on my skin was the original was
Okay.
Bulgari Aqua. In fact, so much so I got it through a what do you call the what do you call it when at the airport when duty free.
Yeah, dude.
I got it. I got that at the duty free in Germany.
Wow. Okay.
You know, and it had the stamp on it, you know, from Bulgari, you know, it was, and
Yeah.
I had, it wasn't like it was a discount or anything. And I'm telling you, I sprayed like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I sprayed the hell out of that thing. And I would walk around asking people, no one could smell it. So it wasn't just me.
No, it
Uh,
doesn't last very long.
oh man, that thing lasted like, you know, and the other one was, if I made a list of like ones that I love, but they just don't last at all, for me was that would make the list. And then the what is it? Chanel. So it's Chanel Allure Homme Sport Edition Blanche. I think was the one I had. The one that smells like a lemon pie, lemon meringue pie. Yeah,
Is it from Chanel or is it from Dior?
it's no Chanel.
Chanel. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Chanel Allure Homme Sport, and then it's Edition Blanche. It smells just like lemon meringue pie.
Really?
Well, not just like it, obviously, but it's got part of that in it. And
Okay.
I loved when I smelled that at the department store. I mean, well, it was well, obviously, because I went home and went straight to Chanel and bought it, you know, online.
Really?
Yeah, and this is and that was another one that it just didn't do anything for me in terms of longevity. So I returned it, and I ended up getting Acqua di Gio Essenza.
Okay.
So I got the mammoth bottle that I still have today of Essenza, and I'm happy to say that it's discontinued because that means I'm the only one in this town probably who's rocking it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It was gonna last you forever.
it's gonna last me forever and a day, and that's
Yeah.
how it should be.
I've only tried the from Chanel, the L'Oreal Sport line. I've only tried the cologne version, the eau de cologne,
Okay, okay,
which was pretty nice because of the citrus up
hmm
top. But
yeah,
I just recently tried the Dior Allure Homme Sport or Dior Homme Sport. I don't know. The names are they're so they're
sure. So if
so
it's Allure, it's Chanel, and then it's
fair.
Dior Homme
Okay.
Sport is the that one is just fantastic, isn't it?
You know what? I really did. I liked it. It was like lemon, pulp, citrus,
Yeah.
just straight up.
You know, for me, so the problem with Dior Homme is so I guess kind of perhaps your version of neroli for me is iris. I'm just not um I, I'm not against it. If there's I do have fragrances that have iris in them. I've sampled
Yeah.
them, of course, reviewed them. It's not a it's not gonna make make me immediately go operation shutdown on it.
Yeah.
But I would say it kind of takes me some convincing to really get on board with iris. It's got to be done in a certain way for me, otherwise I'm not the cosmetics makeup case kind of smelling. Yeah,
Yeah.
smell don't really.
Powderiness.
Yeah, don't really do much for me personally, but that's just all of this is subjective, as we've said before.
Well, have you ever tried Declaration Parfum by Cartier?
Oh, oh, I love that one.
Okay.
Yeah, and have you had Déclaration du Soir? Have you tried that one? So
Nah.
so it looks like Declaration d'un Soir, Soir. So like that
Uh,
means in the afternoon or evening. Bonsoir. Yeah, so evening. That one is really really nice.
is it?
Yes, it is. The Declaration series really works well for me. I actually haven't had too many. In fact, I don't think I've reviewed any Cartiers. I don't think I have.
You got to, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
still have
that's
you still have a sample? Do you own a bottle or you have a sample of it or
um I have not I do not have a bottle of a Cartier, and I don't have a sample, so I will get one because before I wrap things up, right, I'm going to have to do at least one.
I'll send
Uh,
I'll send a sample to you.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, because
Uh,
I have the parfum.
Okay, I will accept, and thank you very much.
All
That's
right.
nice of you. That's nice of you
Yeah.
to do that, and then I will get on board because I got to do at least one, right,
Yeah, one more for it's all said and
of
done,
the Cartier. Dune Soir is one of those ones that if you can find it less than $50 for a full bottle, I mean I think it's a great choice.
Oh yeah.
So
Let me see here. I got some comments. Hunter says, "I only wear Amara under the shirt because it does still project, but without choking you and others around you."
yeah, that one's it's just got like a real kick
Blast.
to it. Yeah, in the beginning for me, I was kind of surprised, because here I'm thinking, okay, it's a designer, it's an EDT,
Mhm.
but I mean that thing really functions and serves like an EDP for me.
It really it does, it hits. It just pushes like crazy.
Uh
Perfect
huh.
for like the heat. And you know what? You could even wear it in the winter too.
You could, in fact, I almost kind of see it as like a spring.
Okay.
And so I agree with you. That is one of those ones where, like, to me, the Aqua series, along with Chrome by Azzaro, like
Mhm.
anything in Aqua or Chrome, to me, really, really shout Father's Day, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
That kind of, uh, guy who just wears one
One
on special
schedule.
occasions,
Yeah.
yeah, and just has one in his bathroom, and you can't go wrong with like Aqua Mara, and Aqua, unless longevity is an issue. But Chrome Azzaro is always the one that I kind of, I keep it because I mean, I absolutely love
It's
it.
nice.
It's just a great. It's just one of those. It's one of those fragrances where it's like it's no frag heads signature scent, right?
Yeah.
Like as far as the fragrance community, I bet you would find like one guy out there, but
Well, you know what?
but no one dislikes it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It does smell good. Like, a couple of my coworkers, they're like, Do you know, the Chrome Extreme or Chrome?" Like, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, "Yeah, that's, those are like classics right there, old school, kind of."
It is.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Uh-huh. No, I
Yeah.
do know what you mean. In fact, uh, when years ago when I first got it, the reason why I got it was because I made a list of like fragrances that I had shown up on top 10s, top 20s of, some Google search, right? This is
Mhm.
years ago long. Yeah. So could have been magazines, whatever the lists were. Uh, and Chrome was the one that made it the most on the, probably mostly designer, but
Okay.
on the list. Yeah. So it appeared most on the top 10s or the top 20s. And I like that about it. And so went out and got a sample first, and then a bottle. And like I said, I buy a tester about maybe every third year now, because I've got a bigger collection
Yeah.
of it, and just keep it,
With the
in
right.
back. Yeah. And it's for in stock.
So we got another question here.
Okay, this is
Or
cool.
not another question, but I guess, well, there's like 3 comments in here. So, Hunter says Dior Eau Sauvage line is for older, mature gentlemen. And those are with the, because I remember he was telling me about the Dior Eau Sauvage. I just thought it was the regular Sauvage line, but I guess the bottles are like square and they got some kind of cool glass.
Yeah, so
Um,
I've got the Parfum, the Eau
okay.
Sauvage Parfum. You want me to get it real quick?
I think I know what that looks like,
You know what
right?
I'm talking
Like
about?
black
So
bottle or something like that.
he's right. So there are two, what is it? 2012 and 2017 editions.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure the 2012 is the one that so check this out. Years ago, kind of like what we do. There was a great guy, and I put him in my description box for the last week. Wes, he owns a small business, and he used to, back in the day, send me like a bag full of kind of like half. He would use some samples and then
Send them.
just send me, yeah.
Okay.
And one of them was Eau Sauvage, and I'm pretty sure it was the original formulation of 2012.
Okay.
And And oh my, I mean, I'm not, I kind of have a serious resting face,
Okay.
right? And maybe it's that, maybe, you never know, whatever, for whatever reason, I don't get a ton of, unsolicited compliments from people I don't know, right?
Okay.
From people I know, yeah, or whatever, right?
Mm.
But I mean, like people, and that was one where people, I had more than one, and it was only a sample. I only had it for like a week. Came up to me, like one lady at the supermarket. She was the cashier, and I started putting my stuff on the belt, right?
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh my God, what are you wearing?" And she ripped the blank receipt paper off,
Yeah.
right out of the register, and she made me write it down for her boyfriend. And my daughter was there with me, and she was just laughing. And I said, like, "Yeah, I don't know if this is like, I don't know if this is good or bad because I was pretty far away from her." I was like, "Man, maybe I'm really putting on way too
Overspraying
much."
it.
It is a frankincense bomb,
Okay.
and I find it magnificent. And I agree though that it's certainly older, mature gentlemen. There's no doubt
Okay.
about that. But I would argue that is, I like the word mature though, in the sense that I don't think it's quote unquote grandpa ish.
Okay.
It's nowhere near that. I mean, it's definitely the mature gentleman, and it's hard to find. The closest I could do was find the 17 reformulation,
Okay.
and it's very good. I mean, it's where I got it. They had a picture of the 2012, and they
Oh,
sent me
okay.
the set. Yeah, so I called them, and they told me that I could just send it back. They'd reimburse me,
Mhm.
and I could just send it back. But I decided to keep it because I really enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Now, how's the longevity with the
It
newer?
okay, it's not as good as the 2012, but it's very close. So
Okay.
you're looking at a good, like, 9 to 12.
Ooh, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
No, it's
That's
it's
great.
it's it's a powerhouse. It's not as good as the original though, but, that might be a good thing.
Okay.
Wow, the first one was just, because sometimes they'll have good longevity, but then they get
Mm.
close to the skin, right? So,
Yeah.
like Burberry Touch, I've said before, it's got a solid 8 in it, but it's great for something like a romantic night out,
Yeah.
because as it gets closer to your skin, you want that as the night goes on, right? You don't want to just be
Yeah.
projecting all night.
Yeah.
Whereas stuff like that one, that definitely is not the case for for Eau Savage.
Okay.
Not at all. No, you will be projecting and projecting some more.
Like
So,
crazy, huh?
yes, you will be the alpha male of the party, whether you want to be or not. So,
I'm gonna have to try that one out. I like the old classic kinda deals.
well, you know what? If this guy, if I could ever figure out how to decant, you help me, and then what I'll do is I'll send you mine. How's that?
Oh, okay, you know what? I'll send you an empty decant bottle then.
Yeah,
When I send you the package, I'll send you empty. I'll send you a couple of 'em, just in case
do
you
that,
wanna,
and then we'll
you know.
talk later. Like if you like take caps off, if you've got some big system, if not, I will do whatever,
It's
because it's
really
something
good.
I need to do. I've had people send me things, and I would like to return the favor.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'll explain it after the live
okay,
for you. And then we got another comment from Shiva Vareen. He
uh-huh.
says, "Hello, everybody. Happy Friday." Well, happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday to you, Shiva.
Yeah, it's always a great day when you wake up and you're still alive, you know?
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely, and it's a Friday. It's a fragrant Friday.
that's right.
It's just about the weekend for some, although you and I are going to head back to work, but
Yeah.
eventually it'll happen.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I get Friday and Saturday off. Or no, I'm sorry. I get Saturday and Sunday off. See,
Saturday,
I'm
yeah,
getting the
yeah.
days mixed up already.
No, no, I totally understand. We're at the frantic. Oh my God, I still need to get Christmas gifts period of December. So
You better
you're at
order all your stuff now or else it won't come.
yeah, well, or just go old school and actually slither off to the mall if there
Oh,
even is a mall in in your area.
oh, there is. I mean, I just don't like going to the mall.
Uh,
It's It's just not the same
It's a
anymore.
no, no, ours it's a total ghost town.
Yeah, we
Absolutely,
call
like half the stores are closed and
in Montana where there's a mall up there and we call it the morgue because there's just nobody there no more. I mean, literally, it's empty. I'm like thinking to myself, how is this place still open?
Yeah. Well, the biggest the biggest store was Macy's and it closed and then now that whole store, right? The whole storage I mean footage, excuse me, from Macy's is now Spirit of Halloween,
Uh,
once a year, right? So
okay.
that just tells you how much things have changed. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of the where I'm at too. Where I'm like is today Friday? We're a little tired, but you know what? I'm glad that we did the show today because it ends up being kind of like our holiday special.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
pretty much.
see how that works?
Yeah. We got another question. Saeed or Seed or said, I don't know how to pronounce that, but
Uh-huh.
thoughts on Zerzov 49. So anybody who's watching this right now, please help him out because I've never smelled 40 knots. Ben has never smelled 40 knots before.
Nope,
So
never
I
smelled a
can't,
Zherzhov.
I can't give you our opinion. We can't give our opinions on that. So
Well, I mean, I know it's a niche house, but isn't that the house where it's kind of up there? Isn't it like $200 a bottle or
yeah,
it's like 250?
yeah. If
Yeah, if
you
it's
can find them at a good deal, like I found the ivory root for a great deal.
okay.
It was a crazy good deal. So, I mean, it was like more than 50% off. I was like, I had
Uh-huh.
to jump on it. And Brian actually, he was like, dude, you gotta go. If you want it, you gotta go get it.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay.
Well,
Now,
speaking of if you want to, you told me last time what was that the Canadian discounter that you had mentioned? Do you remember? It's like
uh,
it ends with like .ca. So because I asked you about Custom National, the Parfum, the one that was
yeah,
released in Europe. Yeah, so you can't get it in the States. And then you told me to go to a site. You let me know later if it
uh,
doesn't ring a bell.
no, it was a perfumeonline.ca or it was, yeah, perfumeonline.ca or fragrancebuy.ca.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fragrance by dot yeah dot
Yeah.
ca. All right, because
And
I'm writing it down now, so I'll check it out.
you can download the app on your phone if you got a smartphone.
Uh huh.
You can download the app on your phone, and then you can, instead of going to, I will say, if you go on the computer, it's a lot easier to navigate the site. But like, they have an app, and you can kind of look on there and see if you want to look it up or not, or set a notification in case like it's sold out already. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I I want to make buying fragrance pretty much as difficult as I can for myself.
yeah,
So I want to place roadblocks
yeah.
in front of me. Otherwise, otherwise I'd probably get about one a day, probably.
Then you
So.
should probably download the app then, because it's extremely difficult to
Oh,
navigate.
really?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I thought you were going to say it was, way too easy. All right.
no,
Fragrance money.
it's difficult because you want to look something up, right? So you'll exit the app, but you won't close it. You'll just like exit it, and
Oh,
then you go look it up the fragrance online. Then you go back to the app, and then it's clear, and then you got to search
yeah.
again. And I'm like,
Ah, that's
yeah.
frustrating. Like, thanks. I just, did all the searching and then now it reset.
So
Yeah.
Shiva, he says, "Center of the day, Bell
Belam.
Bellam from Los Les Abst- Abstracts
Abstrait.
Abstracts."
I don't know what means the AM though. Belam.
Me
Uh,
either.
So one of the things I love about having a channel is, in fact, I'm not going to say favorite, but I would say one of my favorite things is, which is relatively recent. I started saying, if you don't have a comment about this particular fragrance, let me know your scent of the day.
Mhm.
And I do. I sit down and check out everybody's, scents and dream a little dream. The one. So I got what Ancanois L'Extrême.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one was one subscriber reached out and said like go get this. But as far as a scent of the day, I always enjoy reading everybody's and so many of them are niche too. It's wow, shocking.
especially like Julio. When Julio jumps on here,
Yeah,
like, damn, Julio, what you got, man?
I have asked,
language.
he is Mr. Mysterious. I have asked that guy many times to please show a picture of his collection. I hope he does someday.
No, we're
So
gonna we're gonna get him too. If when Julio watches this playback, Julio, prepare yourself because
yeah, we're not saying video. You don't have to, but just
nah,
just like one
a picture.
snapshot. Yeah, one picture in somewhere in comments from one of my episodes, and he's been so much fun to. Read his comments every week. Everyone appreciates Julio's comments.
Especially he replied all caps. He used
Yeah.
our own language.
No, and so he didn't answer. So maybe, but I love his spelling system. So I don't know if it's one of those things where he uses dictation. You
I
know what I
don't
mean, or if he's actually writing that. But either way, it's a lot of fun. So
A Morgs. He said, they said managed to scoop interlude Black Iris brand new 50% off. That's a pretty good deal right there.
50% off or 50% juice.
Oh yeah, huh?
Right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I understand he can let us know, but I
yeah,
understand that as maybe he swapped for it, a
yeah.
new one. But then again, it wouldn't be brand new, would it? So I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
it's due to him.
I bought partials before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like from Brian, I bought the partial of Bracken Man.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I would definitely buy partials if I knew, felt comfortable with the person. So obviously,
yeah.
yeah, that's something I would highly consider. Have you ever done? What is it? Is it scent? Am I saying? Or is it? It's not Scent Bird, is it? What's the one that you pay like
Oh,
every?
the subscription service one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Scentbird, Perfume Lux. Then there's
Okay.
another one.
You've
I
never done those?
Yeah, actually, it's funny that you say that because I actually have a Scentbird little
Okay.
decant right here. This had just came in the mail yesterday, I think,
Uh-huh.
and
And
it's
man, yesterday was a red letter day for you.
it was. It's I got Oud for Greatness. I never tried it. I haven't even sprayed it yet, but uh
Inicio?
yeah, Initio or Inicio.
Uh-huh.
I
Cool. And what's the house?
uh the uh the house is Initio or Inicio.
Oh, okay.
The fragrance is Oud for Greatness. So I guess it's like it's hyped. It's been hyped, and I just wanted to see what the hype was about. Like,
Uh-huh.
I haven't even tried it yet. I think I'll do another first impressions on it. I've been doing those a lot lately, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Scentbird is like I don't know. Scentbird is okay, you know, if you could find a good deal, especially like on a niche, something niche. I'll never get a sample of a designer on Scentbird, but like
Yeah.
their niche stuff, you can find pretty good deals.
Well,
And
I heard when they first started, they probably, figured out the loophole there, but I heard it was like, they had one set price. So
okay,
people were joining up in mass to get the niche fragrances.
okay.
So, because apparently, like, it was really, really, really cheap to get like a niche one through there. I mean, all things considered, and then, like you
Yeah.
said, for a designer, didn't really work out. But they probably figured out the little loophole and have adjusted accordingly. So,
Well, yeah, because you just
yeah,
create a new email and you can get their discount. That's what I
I
did.
see.
So, let's see here.
Sure.
All right. Speaking of Natalia V, you saying?
Hi.
What's going on?
Just finished my final exam.
Do you have? So you're done? Are you done for
I'm done.
for the winter break?
Yep.
Wow.
I know,
All right.
right?
All right. Time to celebrate. That was the last final is done. So she gets to start winter break.
Oh, they get 2 weeks off too, or
Yeah. So they exactly, like it's
okay,
early, but then they go back to school pretty quick.
January?
Yeah, like early January. I was a little startled
Oh,
by
really?
that.
Like
So
what? Like January 10th or something like that?
what's that?
Is it like January 10th?
No. I think it's like I want to say like 4th, 5th, 6th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it starts
Oh,
pretty.
that's my birthday.
Oh yeah, when?
January 4th.
4th. Okay, we'll take this opportunity to say happy early birthday then
I
to you.
know. Appreciate that, man.
Absolutely. It's probably kind of odd to have an early January because everyone has like Christmas fatigue. So here's the question.
Uh-huh.
Do people give you like a really nice Christmas gift and then they say, this, just so you know, this is kind of,
For your
killing.
birthday and for Christmas.
Yeah, it's kind of killing two birds with one stone here, fella. Or are they saying, here's your birthday, here's something, and then on the 4th they say, here's another one.
You know what? Growing up, it was, I would say, yeah. I mean, it was either on Christmas or it was on my birthday.
Okay.
And so like I'm a triplet, so like I have a brother and a sister.
Oh wow, I don't think I
Yeah,
knew that.
but we all look different, of course, but like we're fraternal. But
Uh-huh,
like
uh-huh.
we always celebrated our Christmas or our birthday at like the same time because it was just a lot, 3
Oh well,
kids,
wow,
you know.
a
So
triplet.
uh-huh.
Dang. Well, that is cool in itself. I didn't know that, so thanks
Mhm.
for letting us know.
Yeah, no problem. Shout out to my mom because she was doing a lot,
Yeah, I can't. When people start talking, I simply can't imagine the first 2 to 3 years, right, with 3 toddlers running around the house.
Yeah, there ain't no
So,
way.
yeah.
A Morg says costume national home parfum. That's an absolute fan.
Yeah, I really want to get my hands on that one, and I'm pretty sure yesterday I saw, I think it's available in one site in the US. So
Yeah,
I don't need it, but I'll probably grab it.
grab
Yeah.
it.
And then if it's not available, then I'll go to the fragrance buy dot
Okay.
ca. Yeah, I'll just check
Get
it
it.
out there because I'm like in the last 25% of the Costume National Pour Homme.
Okay.
This is the Parfum, which is like the dark green bottle. Yeah, for some reason was never released in the US. I don't know why, but Costume National is a very, very intriguing thinking outside of the box house.
Is it?
I've smelled a few of them. One I didn't review. I regret it. I should have reviewed it. But if you're kind of like it's kind of like the antithesis to Mancera. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
they're both long lasting, but then Mancera's or I guess MFK would be a better example because like that's kind of more luxurious, smelling more in a traditional perfumery sense. Whereas Costume National just they just do whatever they want to do.
Really?
So yeah,
That's good though.
it is. It is. It's great. It's funny because somebody once described Costume National is like a cinnamon cardamom bomb. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it lasts a long time. I really enjoy it. Obviously, I've seared through that one. But I will say somebody said once that it smelled like a mixture of cigarettes and movie theater popcorn. And ironically, he's pretty close actually.
Really?
Yeah. And you might say, well, that doesn't sound enticing at all. It certainly is a different one. Not everyone is going to like that one. I absolutely love it. So
Honestly, that sounds like it would smell pretty good.
it really, and it does. And I like the fact that, it's a very unique scent that lasts a long time. So that's what I mean about that house. I like that house because of that, right? So if you want to wear something and you're thinking, I don't want to smell like everybody, but I also want to be noticed, right?
Okay.
So it's kind of like that'd be the perfect house for you. And then usually their bottles are around like what 90 to 110. So again, it's perfect spot for people who just can't quite pull off the creeds and the amouages. So good.
A Morg says, "Son of the day, Mocha Wood."
Ooh.
I have no idea. What house is that from? If you're still watching,
Let us know.
Yeah. Shiva Vareen, he says it means beautiful soul. So
yeah, Alma. Okay, I should have gotten the Alma. Yeah, I should have gotten soul from AM. So didn't do my I don't get the extra credit point on the quiz. So yeah, belle is beautiful. Am is in French apparently. Soul. Okay, so that's cool. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah. Somebody else, Nebu, he's a really cool guy. We talk all the time.
Oh, cool.
He said, "What's up, Dr.Goo and Cologne guy? Just popped just popped in for lunch. I'm
In
assuming
for lunch, yeah.
Cologne guy. I like that episode 195 Beast Mode video. I put
Oh,
him
thanks.
on the channel.
That was I appreciate that a lot. Is it Nebu or Nebu?
It's probably Nebu.
Nebu.
I
Let's
have
go with
no
Nebu.
idea.
We'll go with Nebu. So I really appreciate that, Nebu. I had a lot of fun doing the Beast Mode fragrances one because for many reasons, but one is because so much, like so many in Fragrantica, like the frag heads love to say, I buy fragrance for me. I like it when it's close to the skin, and that is not me. Okay, in the sense that by God, somebody better smell it besides me. I mean, I don't want to clear out a room, but I mean, you kind of wear these things to so they emanate and other people can smell them. At least I do. I mean, a little bit. So I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun to do.
So Matt Richardson says, scent of the day, Dua exclusive tier. Now, have you tried anything from Dua?
No, and in fact, I think are we batting zero on the on the scent of the day? Like, just in case you're watching this at the 56-minute mark, I'll just go ahead and declare what you already know, the viewer. We are not experts. We just love frags, and we love talking about them and horror movies, and so absolutely love them. So I have to say, I have never tried one from this house either.
Okay, yeah, me either. So Amorg says it was a brand new seal.
Whoa, you were right.
Price.
Whoa,
so that was the interlude Black Iris. So,
man,
yeah,
that's
a good deal. So that was like 150 or something like that.
Man, no wonder why he's putting an exclamation point after 50% off full price. Yeah. That is a superb. That is a steal. So.
Let's see here. We got a comment from my mom. She's watching right now.
Cool.
She says, we celebrated his birthday on Christmas. Well, hello, Mom. So, yeah. Yep. So there we go. Answered
good
question.
Good mom points abound. I'm glad that she chimed in and clarified that for us.
So Matt Richardson says Dua exclusive tier is a clone of Roja Black tier, which is $800 a bottle.
Yeah, the Roja Dove. I don't think I can pull off that house either. But exclusive tier is a clone of it. Wow.
So so Matt Richardson, does it smell pretty close? Have you smelled Roja Black tier before? So, because Roja, I don't know. They're so expensive. They're like $400 a bottle.
Yeah. Well, they've got to be in the top 5 most expensive houses, right?
Yeah.
Because what's the Clive Christensen?
Yeah,
Christian.
With the little crowns on the
bottom.
Yeah,
the crown. I think isn't that Clive Christian? I think is the house. And then for me, it'd be Clive Christian, Roja Dove.
Yeah.
Creed. And then what? Amouage and Gergioff, something like that.
Yeah, Amouage got to be up there.
As far as average retail. Yeah. Not discounter, but average retail. I mean, because what was it? Viking was, I think, wasn't it 420 or 460 at some point? That's ludicrous.
Yeah, especially for how long it lasts.
Exactly.
And, everyone likes to clone creeds nowadays, so you're better off just buying a clone of something.
No, and that whole, I mean, I get the whole thing about in fact, I think when it comes to the batches, I think the Creed heads actually, they love that. I think half the fun for them is talking about the different batch each year. And it's just not my thing. I will say though, and I probably said it before, but I will say, I to this day though, I was highly impressed with the Creed reps at the mall and it was a department store in San Francisco. I went would have been last year, and I think I might have mentioned it, but I know I did one of my reviews, but I mean I was in 110% like vacation clothes, I had like the like the cargo shorts, the
Yeah.
backward, like the epitome of like the white bro, right? I had like cargo shorts, like flip flops, a t-shirt, backwards baseball cap, and I just asked them a question, and I was like, I think we both know I won't be getting anything today. They ended up giving me like 4 or 5 samples
Really?
for the channel, yeah, and they were extremely nice, and even said, listen, we know you're not going to get anything today, but maybe try these out and to let us know what you think. I thought that was pretty cool of them to do that.
That's cool. What
Yeah,
part of San Francisco was that?
that
What?
was like downtown.
Oh, so what? Like finance or were you in like the Chinatown district?
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. So it was and I remember my buddy Al at Street Sense.
Yeah.
So I remember he would say that the Creed reps at the boutique were also really good to him. Now, of course, maybe they knew he had the channel or whatever, but
Yeah.
either way, I tip my cap to them for that, because sometimes it's kind of like the watch industry, right? Some of them can be a little stuffy.
Yeah.
I've gone into places and they kind of give you the look over, like, yeah, you're not really going to probably spend much here today. So
Yeah.
Creed was not that way at all. Do we have more comments?
Yes. So Amork says, Home Parfum, I'm pretty sure is the same as EDP, but I removed the cloves. A lot of people compare it to a niche version of Spice Bomb, and the nose behind it is Dominique Robin.
Hopion, yeah. Who did the original, the EDP. And I should have mentioned, because I think I said cardamom cinnamon. I should have added though that it has cloves. Yeah, really, it's almost like I would even say like a clove cinnamon bomb.
Okay.
Really, yeah. So if they took the cloves out, I mean, I love it already, but it sounds like I might even like this one better.
Because you're the expert on this, because I've never smelled either of them. So
for once, I actually, and it's funny because I've had a few subscribers over the years reach out and say, they'll go to Instagram and then they'll say, let me know and I'll send you a sample of this. And usually they flake. Actually,
oh really?
Yeah, they usually flake. And one of them was this one, the Parfum. And he's like, oh, I'll send it. And then it never happened. So I'm really at this point. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to get a sample. If I see it, I'm just going to grab it.
Okay. Let's see here.
And then you know what I'll do, Darius? What I'll do is I will, if you send, or if you don't, if I figure out how to decant,
don't worry about it. You don't have to say anything back, because like
sure. No. But I'll send you a little bit of the Custom National Pour Homme, the one the EDP that I have now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because like I still have to send Fragrance Dude. I have to send him a package. I have to send I Smell another package, because I sent him one, but I think it got lost. So don't worry. Like I do the same thing, and I have to send somebody else a package. Like I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna send you a package, and it takes me a couple weeks. But it just,
yeah,
life.
No, but I mean like full on,
Oh, really?
Flake. Yeah, I don't mean delay. So that's okay. It happens. But I would like to do that actually, because Custom National EDP is certainly not blind buy friendly at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a, it's hit or miss. It's a love hate. And I'm obviously in the love category. So,
okay. So Amork says Mocha Wood is a Middle Eastern frag by a company called Fragrance Wood.
Okay.
Huh.
That sounds, the mocha in it sounds delicious. So I like, I think I'm more of a gourmand guy than you though, right?
I like gourmand. I like gourmands. I'm not. Yeah, it's not something I reach for often.
Yeah,
but Chocolate Greedy by Montel Paris. I mean,
yeah. Okay, you do like them, yeah.
You know what I mean?
The one that I could see probably in a year being my signature is the one I got in San Francisco, which was the Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, the one that smells like a tiramisu.
Yeah, the cake. Yeah.
Yeah, the cake. Oh man, it's got coffee in it. I that's another one that if I do a top 5 most addicting scents or scents that I dreamed about
Hmm.
or dreamt about. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good video topic right
That
there.
would definitely be one of them because I smelled it one time and I was like, oh man, I could not get that
Gotta
smell
get
out of
it.
my head. Yeah, and I've only worn it like 3 or 4 times. It's the one. The only thing is, it's got a cool bottle,
Okay.
but there's a guy from England. I don't remember his name. A reviewer a couple of years ago. At least I came across it. Well, it had to have been because it's relatively new. He worked at a department store.
Okay.
And he said that this is before I got it, right? He said that like it looks like a cap, and so people pull it off, but that's actually the atomizer.
Okay.
And I thought, well, that sounds a bit kind of nitpicky. And then when I got it, like the first day, I knew exactly what he meant, because that is the only thing that is kind of weird about it, is that there's no cap, but it looks like a cap. So you pull it off, or
Okay.
you want to, and then
Yeah.
I bet there's people out there right
Broke
now
it.
that have probably just ripped off a bottle cap or atomizer on it, and that's unfortunate. I think he said 5 or 6 testers bit the dust.
Really?
Yeah, but other than that, man, that's about as. I mean, it's synthetic, but I don't care about that stuff.
So Matt Richardson says, I've never smelled the original, and we're going back to it was the Roja Black. So he said
Okay.
he's never smelled the original, the Roja Black.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shiva, he said Roja's Roja goes for 3,400.
AKA Holux.
Holux. What does that
Uh-huh.
mean?
So that AKA that means high light, but I'm assuming that's either like the website, maybe
Okay.
where they got it, or maybe the other name for it. So the first word means high, like,
Okay.
like high fashion, and then Luke's is light, but I don't know if if that's a
Maybe
website
he
or
can
the name.
clarify,
Yeah,
because he says, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. It says goes for 780, 950.
Diaghilev,
Almost.
Diaghilev,
Is that
Diaghi.
from Roja or what?
And he said almost worth it. Wow.
Mm,
What
I
is
don't know.
what is okay? You don't if you don't want to, and if you don't want to, I'll give you 2 questions. How's
Okay.
that? Now
All right.
you can opt out of one if it's 2. But number 1 would be, what's the most you've ever paid for a fragrance? And if you don't want to
Yeah,
go
that's
there,
fine.
yeah.
No, I paid. Oh, okay, you want to ask the second question too?
Well, I was just going to say that, and then the second one would be, it, what is one that you love so much, as in probably a niche, probably, that you would pay a shocking amount for?
That I would pay a shocking
You
amount.
would, yeah, like a
I'll
hypothetical.
answer that question first.
Okay.
So, Overture Man by Amouage.
Okay.
I'd pay whatever for it because it's that
Uh-huh.
good. And Shiva Vareen knows that too because we talk all the time. He picked up a backup bottle of Overture Man because
Okay.
it's just that good in my opinion. I would pay full retail for it. I didn't pay full retail for it, and that's where I'm gonna get into my second question. What's the most expensive what fragrance, or you usually ask me how much, or like what was the fragrance that
I tell you what, let's stay away from the money and just tell me the
okay.
fragrance. Yeah, I
It was
like that.
Overture Man.
Okay, so
It was that.
it's a hypothetical and a real life, right? So okay, so you did get it,
Yes, I did. Like a
and
full bottle, but I didn't pay full retail. But
I got you.
it
You
was.
would, yeah, you
I
would have.
would have. I would have, for sure.
Do you have a current signature?
Signature scent.
Yeah,
You know,
because
as stupid as this is gonna sound, like, yeah, I do. Okay,
oh,
so
okay,
like, it's. I know. Out of all the bottles I have, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but it's actually Monster Musk.
that doesn't sound ridiculous at all. No, I mean
It's just so it's something where it's like it's so easy to reach for.
uh-huh,
You can wear it whenever, and it
yeah,
lasts forever. And
yeah,
then if you want to, if you want to spray something else on, it's easier to layer it with because it's just a clean musk,
Yeah.
So really anything goes well with it.
I mean, I can see that actually because you probably get to the point where you have so many now that
It's hard to use them all.
it is hard. It is hard, and so I guess maybe a signature might not be. How about like your relief pitcher or backup or your go-to? How's that? Let's
Okay,
I
so
like
go-to?
that term. Yeah, your go-to would be that because
Yeah.
same way with me. I mean, at this point, with each week reviewing a new one, it's kind of hard to. I mean, Man in Black would be my pick for one that I just really like. If I only had one. Of course, Aqua de Joe is more of a kind of a running joke from years past, more of an emotional favorite. But Man in Black is not. It's not even a niche, but I just really like that one.
Okay. Let's see here. Mocha Wood. Okay, so I read that one already.
Okay.
He says Womo signature by Ferragamo is a gem.
Yeah, so that's a flanker of Uomo, and I have not tried that one, and I definitely and if
you know what, I'll send you a sample of that one too. Then
dang, Amorgs hooked me up. So that's thank you. I will. I'm definitely in the mood to try that one because man, the Uomo just that is ridiculous. I mean, I love that thing so much.
And for the signature one is, I feel like it's not as sweet as the original, but like it has like a chai latte kind of vibe to it.
Ooh,
yeah.
So I wonder if it almost. Are we getting no? No, not like okay.
Way different.
Okay.
Yeah, not as loud, not as strong, not as synthetic. Because like with red tobacco, right? So it is really synthetic in the opening, but when it dries down, I mean, it's nice.
It is, and I'm glad you said that because I don't get the knock on that. I mean, it's. I guess what I'm trying to say is like I don't see this as like that much more quote unquote synthetic than other fragrances.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, I've done the the cheapies where from where you're walking around with like a headache,
Yeah.
And I certainly wouldn't put this one. I think the hate is because what they're really saying is that they don't want to smell anything synthetic from something that's a niche house. I think that's what they're trying to say. But
probably. I mean, when I smell the Oud Lemon Mint, you've tried that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one was way too synthetic for me.
Okay.
I actually hated that one. That one's terrible.
It is pungent. Yeah. I mean, it's that's what I mean is the Manceras are not. They're for the brash.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that my buddy actually did not like them. You know what I mean? This, I just said, yeah, try these out. But they are because he's more of an introvert. I can more of a I wear fragrances just for me kind of thing. And so makes sense that Mancera would not have worked.
So Hunter says, FYI, the atomizer on the Uomo and Uomo signature bottles can be locked from spraying if you rotate the head. Yeah, so if you just rotate it, I think it's clockwise or counterclockwise. It's like built-in stopper.
Okay. I did not know that. So, well, thank you very much for noting that. Luckily, I learned from the English reviewer. That said, though, I will do that. I will put that in locked position.
So Shiva, he says Rosa perfumes. Rosa is AKA how it looks. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we read that comment again? Or?
We had it's an update though. It's not the we did, but it's not the same one because I think it should be HAUTE. I think.
Okay.
But I am.
Matt Richardson says, "I refuse to spend more than $200 a bottle." Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's I'm right with you, Matt. I used to jokingly say, well, I mean, not really. Hypothetically, if there was something out there that I absolutely adored, right, like a total grand slam, I would consider $1 a day. I'd probably consider $365 retail for, like once. You know what I mean? Like if I sampled it and it was just kind of like my new signature and I loved it so much, I would consider going above 250 and do 366 if it's a leap year. But other than that, yeah, that 420 Viking stuff is like, yeah, you're just not that. That's a little pretentious.
So Hunter says my signature scent unique to me, Azaro visit. That one's great.
Yeah, it is. It is, and if it's a hidden gem, isn't it?
It is. It's cheap.
Yeah. It's cheap, and people, even people who like Azaro, the house, don't even necessarily really know about it. So it's a great hidden gem. Great SOTD.
Yes. I smell.
No, that was a signature scent. Sorry, that was not scent of the day.
Signature scent. I smell says tapping in. What's good, Lock and chat. So he's another YouTuber. He makes videos. Revere fragrance person. He's really cool too.
Oh, that's cool.
And let me just say this real quick. I smell. So you've had trouble pronouncing the name of my channel. It's not Loc'd. All right, it's Loc'd. Okay, like every time I think of Loc'd, like I think that's like a gang slang.
Or you know what it is though.
What?
Hold on. What was it? What was the? So there was an late 80s hip hop rap artist,
Okay.
Tone Loc.
Oh, okay.
And oh man, come on. I got the song in my head. I'll get it. He ended up being kind of a one-hit wonder if you like pop music, right?
Okay.
And it's LOC only.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if the over 35 crowd might think it's Loc.
Maybe
like you're paying homage to the
song.
To the song.
I smell says want to check out Desaro Porom Leu for this coming up, and cool, man. Thanks for the correction. No problem, man. No problem. Have you ever tried Desaro Porom?
Yeah. No, just the Porom.
Okay.
Yes, I have not tried low. Is kind of and cool, man. Thanks for the correction. Yep. I have not the low.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that before. So yeah, we're out of comments. I know you said you gotta go soon, huh?
I do, and remember, I even said, well, I mean, I even said that we probably wouldn't be able to, and here we are again.
I know, right?
No, I'm really happy. I'm really happy because I just didn't know if we'd have a lot of comments, and so with all the commenting, that's been a blast. You make some final comments, and I'm going to think of that song because it's bothering me. I cannot get the title. I got to get it.
I guess if I could make some final comments, I don't know. See, I'm bad at this because it's the first time, but I'll just make it up, right?
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna look it up. I want your viewers to know that I'm actually looking this up because I got to get it before we.
Oh, looking up the name of the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funky Cold Medina.
Okay. All right.
And Wild Thing. Wild Thing. Bounce, bounce, bounce. So he was late 80s. It was 88 and 89 was Funky Cold Medina and Wild Thing. Or shame on me. I let down the music community for not getting those two smash hits. But anyway, maybe that's why people think it's Loc'd.
Yeah, so he said, Hunter says Azaro PH Lou is at Burlington's if you can find them. So I'll definitely look next time I'm at a Burlington's. And I Smell says, yeah, the genre of hip hop is what made me think your name was pronounced that way.
Okay.
So you're correct. Right?
Okay. All right. There no life really is truly complete without some late 80s Tone Loc music. Come on. Wild Thing, bounce, bounce, bounce. Wild Thing. All right.
I did not know it was sung by Tone Loc. I guess you learn new things every day.
Exactly. It's just one of those. It's it's the randomness, right? And the
Mhm.
fact that I'm referencing two hits that came out uh, before you were born.
Oh,
Okay,
of
so
course.
but hey, you never know. Maybe you could have said, no, actually, it is Loc'd. So
Could
yes,
have
see,
been.
Funky Cole Medina, we're all in on this.
Everybody's showing their age now.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. No doubt there. But I'm glad it came up, and I'm glad we ended up doing our feature film length 90
I know.
minutes that we usually do. This is nuts, and we didn't even get to horror movies this time.
I know we didn't, but I
Yeah,
think
that was a lot of fun.
um. So, okay, hold on. He said, A Morg says, and then after this, then we'll wrap it up because I know you gotta leave. You got stuff to do. So
Sure. No, that's okay though, and it was I appreciate it's really nice to have all the the comments and the
Mhm.
interest, so it's cool. So what I'm assuming he means your choice of scents. Mine is absolutely for this would be Burberry London. We were talking before we started recording that this is kind of my go-to. Well, not kind of. It is my go-to for the holidays. I really enjoy Burberry London. It'd be about a perfect rating if you just took off the cheese ball sweater. And that's my only little grumpy comment. Other than that, I really like it. I'll be wearing it for the next 2 or 3 weeks, unless I am reviewing a fragrance.
I'd say for me, it'd probably be Eau Juan by Parfums de Marly. Love it. I love it. I will only wear that one like Christmas time, winter, just because it's so nice. And plus, that was the second most expensive one I bought.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yep. I smell says he says he's 38. I'm not a spring chicken anymore.
See, I said over 35 crowd, didn't I?
Dude, you don't look 38 years old, so you look way younger than that. I thought you were around my age. So that's good though, you know? Um Shiva Vareen, he says Cologne guy and I are 70 babies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's going to be able to definitely. In fact, Shiva probably didn't have to look up Tone Loc singles like I did. Yeah.
Probably not.
So yeah, but I got it done in the end. That's the main thing. Shiva and I offer a different perspective, so that's what's kind of cool.
Yeah, you guys er, you guys have the best perspectives because you were born in a time where it was a way different, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And even I smell you're an 80s baby, so it was way different. You got to experience the 90s, you know.
yeah,
And so I was born in 96. So I was just right there on the cusp, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, you had the 70s, just those ultra musk,
powerhouse.
civet animalic sense, and then you get the 80s powerhouses, yeah, then you get the 90s freshies, and then it all just kind of evolves from there. So that's what's so much fun. I bet Shiva is the same way. I'm the same way with music, by the way. I don't really I like what I like. I really don't have you know how some people might be tied maybe more to the fragrances they wore in their early 20s or something. I'm not, right? It's just I haven't really been influenced by a particular decade. I don't think I could, like, if you asked me what my favorite decade was or what a heyday was for fragrance, I don't
Yeah.
know that I could really say. Yeah, it'd be tough for me because I just kind of smell things and like what I like. So
Wonder what it's gonna look like in 20 years.
well, the only thing I hope it doesn't look like is I hope we revolt, and I hope that they stop putting something out in like an EDT. Notice there's a range of concentration there, and
Yeah.
so they get us addicted, don't they? And then they start lowering it and watering these things down. That's unfortunate. So that's the only way I hope it doesn't go.
Yeah, probably, and then they're using more synthetics nowadays too.
Yeah, yeah, but I
It
think
could be
that's
for a
pretty
thing
much.
where
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think in some ways that can be a good thing, because the European Commission made a lot of, in my opinion, good changes for animals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's tough for me, because on the one hand, I'm really happy that they don't test on animals anymore and do terrible things. But on the other hand, the flip side of that, of course, is all the reformulations that we have to deal with. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll read one more comment, and then I think we'll end it there.
Okay.
Gotta go. So, Shiva says, in the 70s and 80s, fragrance performance was never a question all day.
Yep. Hashtag all day, Shiva. Yep. I mean, it's what, yes, I just moved my principles through the times. It's more, yep. Yeah. well said. Well stated. In fact, some of them, people always joke about Halston Z14. It's the bottle that has the little circle in the middle, looks like a red blood cell. The Z14, people always say, "Oh, it's so terrible that it's been reformulated." I'm almost glad.
Was it too strong back in the day?
I mean, because I had the last two formulations, and I mean, the thing lasted all day. I never smelled, or I never owned, I should say, the original. I think it was 74 or 76, but 70s. And, I can only imagine, right? Because, I mean, if this is the watered down version and it lasts practically all day, then I don't,
It'd be a nuclear bomb or something,
Biggest one for me on my skin was Yope, which is JOOP, right? The one looks like Jupe. Yeah. Yope, which was 89, I think was the release on it. I'm pretty sure it was, because it's technically an 80s powerhouse. And oh my God, that thing can easily hit triple digits. It can last 100 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or at least it could.
Clothes. Oh yeah.
No, even on skin, like
really?
Yeah, on wrists. I mean, you might not be able to have others pick it up after the second day, but well, of course you would shower in theory after 2 or 3 days, but you never know. That thing, let's just say it this way, that thing would last in the 90s. It would last until you showered and scrubbed it off. How's that?
That's not good. That was one of the bottles where I have bought. I got it. I smelled it. I sold it. Literally, like
a
couple of days. I was like,
I can see that. Yeah. It's another one. It's another one that's hit and miss, right? I mean, to this day, people usually will unsubscribe when I say that I got rid of SAR. I just don't. I mean, everyone says it's a masterpiece. Great, be a masterpiece, but not in my house. That thing was just like a
terrible.
Oh man, that was just awful. All right.
Well, I guess we'll close up here. So I'll say my final little sayings, and then Ben, you can say your little thing, and then yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Yeah, thank you for watching. It's me and Ben, and I'll let Ben say some words here, and then yeah.
And then we'll close out. Sounds good. Well, thanks so much for taking over the reins today. I really appreciate that. We were talking before we recorded that both of us, a little early on his end, and then on my end, this is kind of my lunch break, and so a little bit busy. But you know what? We said we have to do a holiday special. So this is, there was Bing Crosby and David Bowie, doing a holiday special. Now it's us. So, I mean, we are the real stars of the holiday programs. Let's be honest about it. I really appreciate everybody dropping in. That was a lot of fun, certainly unexpected. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, that made the back and forth that much better. And I know Dr.Goo will make sure that he sends me the link. So this is actually going to be my Friday episode on my side. And so send me the link afterwards, and I'll put it in my description box. That'll be very helpful. And I really enjoyed chatting with you. As always, time always flies when you and I hang out.
No, it really does. I love talking with you and doing lives with you, and it's just really fun.
It is. It is. You're a genuine guy. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and may 2023 be all that you want it to be.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. And, yeah. All right. Peace. So you could